Hello and welcome back to my channel Inspire with Anuska. Guys, how are you? Hope you all are fine. Guys, today we are going to discuss about the polio, and before we start the topic, just there is a red button where subscribe is written. Please press that and connect with my channel so that we will together discuss the different topics related to the biology. Let's start the topic without doing any delay. The topic for today is polio. So it caused by the smallest virus called the polio virus. As you all know that polio is a viral disease, and in the childhood time you also had get the oral drops for just to prevent yourself or your baby from the polio. Okay, so it generally attacks the children and often leads to the paralysis. It occurs commonly in the warmer month. हमेशा गर्मियों के सीज़न में ही आपको पोलियो का खतरा या फिर जब भी पोलियो एक लार्ज अमाउंट में होता है तो आपको पैरालिसिस मारने का खतरा होता है, क्योंकि आपका जो शरीर होता है वो वैक्सीनेटेड नहीं होता है. पहले बच्चों को ओरल ड्रॉप्स पोलियो की नहीं दी जाती थी, जिसकी वजह से उन्हें क्या होता था, उनके अंदर का इम्यून सिस्टम जो था उस वायरस से लड़ने के खिलाफ स्ट्रांग हो ही नहीं पाता था. ठीक, तो अब जब गवर्नमेंट ने भी इतना कंसर्न दिया, इतने सारे कैंपेन्स चल रहे थे और इतने सारे अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम्स के थ्रू गवर्नमेंट ने भी पब्लिक को, कॉमन पीपल को पोलियो से रिलेटेड थिंग्स के बारे में इंट्रोड्यूस करवाया. ठीक, तो ये था पोलियो के लिए इंट्रोडक्शन. नाउ वी विल गो थ्रू विद द सिम्टम्स ऑफ द पोलियो, दैट व्हाट आर द सिम्टम्स एंड व्हाट आर द कॉजेज बाय विच यू कैन चेक आउट दैट या द पर्सन इज सफरिंग फ्रॉम पोलियो और नॉट. ओके, सो द symptoms for the polio are headache and fever followed by the loss of head support. इस बीमारी में क्या होता है, सबसे पहले तो आपको बहुत ही तेज़ सर दर्द होगी. आप यू विल फेस द हाई फीवर एंड विच विल फॉलोड बाय द लॉस ऑफ हेड सपोर्ट. आपका कोई ना कोई बॉडी ऑर्गन या फिर कोई ना कोई बॉडी पार्ट दैट विल लूज टू बी organized or well functioning. Okay, that will not function well and you will feel just like no sensation in that part of the organ. Okay, and the second symptoms is stiffness of the neck and convulsion. You will feel that your neck has been stiffened and you also feel the convulsion. Okay, the nerves will not properly work and you will find something disorder is going inside your body organ and the balance is not being made. As the virus damages the motor neurons of the spinal cord, legs become paralyzed. In the polio you will feel that in some of the person the parts of the hands, or in some patients the parts of the legs become paralyzed, because the nerve cells or the neurons that carries the information to the brain towards the organ that not works in the well form, and that's why due to the breaking in the conversation with brain, that organ lost the capacity to maintain their self. And the last symptom is the respiratory center may be damaged. In the disease of polio, the respiratory organ may be damaged. If this happens, death would occur. So many of the patients are nowadays you can see that they are alive, but if they have been affected with the polio in their respiratory system, if the virus attacks in the respiratory system, then there is very impossible just to keep that patient alive. Nowadays you will see that there is no case of polio, because the government has maintained many programs just like the Pulse Polio Abhiyan, in which with the UNICEF, with the collaboration of World Health Organization, UNICEF has initiated the Pulse Polio immunization programs in India also. So this program has been taken on the war footing and complete eradicating of the polio, and today we can proudly say that we have eradicated the polio from our country. We don't have a single case of polio in our country. So this is a very proudful thing that our country had achieved. And at the last, in this session, to study about the, when we discuss about the polio, we must have to at last discuss about the prevention, that how can we prevent to be suffering or to be made suffered with the polio. Okay, so we had just for preventing, we must have to take the oral polio vaccine, which is the main lethal cause just to prevent the polio, because the infants or the newly born child up to the age of 14 to 15, they must have to be given yearly the polio drops in the 6 month. And after taking that, the person will always be being afraid for getting affected with the polio virus.